Most dog owners will never watch a video like this one. Not because the truth is too painful, not because the subject is too heavy, but because there is a thought every dog owner carries quietly, one that surfaces at odd moments and disappears before it can fully form. Does my dog know what is coming? When their body begins to change, when the energy starts to fade and the days grow softer, is there something inside them that understands? Researchers asked that same question, and the answer they uncovered was nothing like what they prepared themselves for. It was not sad, it was extraordinary. Stay until sign 7. Sign 1. They begin to seek you out more than ever before. Dogs who are nearing the end of their lives show a consistent and documented change in their attachment behavior. They want to be closer. They follow more. They press themselves against you in moments they never used to. They find you in whatever room you are in and simply stay. What is happening is not confusion. It is not neediness. It is instinct. Every system in your dog's body is telling them something is changing, and the response, the biological, ancient, hardwired response, is to move toward the safest presence they have ever known. You. They are not asking you to fix anything. They cannot tell you what they feel, but their body moves toward you the way it always has in moments of uncertainty, because you have always been the answer. And right now, more than ever, they need to be close to the answer. Sign 2. They stop eating, but not because they have given up. One of the most documented signs in dogs nearing the end is a significant and sustained loss of appetite. Food that excited them every morning sits untouched. Treats they would have done anything for are ignored completely. Most owners interpret this as their dog giving up, as a loss of will. It is not. The body, when it is shutting down, redirects its remaining energy away from digestion. It is not a choice the dog is making. It is biology managing its final resources with quiet precision. They are not suffering from the absence of food. Their body has moved beyond needing it in the way it once did. What they need now is simpler: presence, warmth, the sound of a voice they have known their entire life, the feeling of a familiar hand. That is what still reaches them. That is what still matters most. Sign 3. They withdraw to quiet places. You may notice your dog seeking out corners of the house they rarely visited before, spaces that are dim and still and away from the noise of daily life. A tucked-away spot under the bed, a quiet room at the back of the house. This behavior is one of the oldest in the animal kingdom. In the wild, it is a deep biological pull towards stillness, toward a space where the body can finally rest without needing to remain alert. But here is what matters most. Even in those quiet places, when you come to them, when you sit beside them on the floor, when your hand finds them in the dim corner they chose, they respond. Their body softens. Their breathing slows. They are not gone. They have not left you. They are simply resting in the way their ancient instincts are asking them to rest. And your presence in that quiet space is still the most comforting thing in their entire world. Sign 4. Their eyes change. This is the sign that owners describe most often, and it is the hardest one to put into words. There is a quality that enters a dog's eyes in their final days that is unlike anything you have seen in them before. Not pain, not fear, something much closer to the opposite of those things. A softness, a stillness, a depth that was not quite there before. Veterinarians and animal behaviorists who work with dogs at the end of life consistently describe this shift. The eyes become quieter, more present, as though the dog is simply being somewhere that requires no effort at all. What science suggests is that the body, in its final stage, releases neurochemicals that produce a state of profound calm. Not sedation, not absence, peace. Sign 5. They say goodbye in their own way. This is documented, not anecdotally, in veterinary records, in behavioral studies, in the consistent and repeated accounts of families across decades and across cultures. Dogs in their final days often make a specific kind of round through their home. They visit the people they love, one by one, quietly. They come and they stay, longer than usual, closer than usual, and then they move on to the next person. They are not confused about what they are doing. They are saying something that has no words in any language that has ever existed. But every person who has experienced it understands exactly what was said and carries it with them for the rest of their lives. Sign 6. They become extraordinarily gentle. Dogs who may have been energetic, excitable, even difficult at certain points in their lives often become remarkably soft and tender in their final days. They lean rather than jump. They rest their head slowly rather than pull for attention. Every touch they initiate is deliberate, careful, full of something that feels, to everyone on the receiving end, like gratitude. This is not the dog disappearing. This is the dog, freed at last from the physical energy that once drove everything, expressing what was always there underneath it all. The love that never needed permission. Quieter now, slower now, but in some ways more present and more real than it has ever been before. Sign 7. They look at you differently at the end. Save this one, because this is the part that stays with you. In the final hours and days, dogs who are deeply bonded to their owners do something that researchers and veterinarians have observed so consistently across so many years that it cannot be coincidence. They look. Not a glance, not a quick check. A long, steady, completely deliberate gaze that holds yours and does not move. The same oxytocin loop that is fired between you thousands of times across your years together fires one final time. Their brain releases the bonding hormone. Yours does too. And in that look, that last long gaze that asks for nothing and gives everything, they are saying what 15,000 years built them to say. Thank you. I chose you. I would choose you again. Go find your dog right now. That look on an ordinary afternoon is the same look. It always was. You just know what it means now. Subscribe. There is so much more they have been trying to tell you.